What's good? It is June 27th. It is 7:20 p.m. I just got home from another long shift at work. I'm definitely in better spirits and feel better than I did yesterday. Yesterday I was shot. I was beat, bro. It was a very long day. It was kind of a rough day, but today was cool though. It was a long day today, but not as rough, not nearly as bad. Weekends are typically better. Less people. We're still working, but it's just a whole different type of work environment, work atmosphere, sometimes even work speed, depending on the day. But today was a good day. Can't really complain too much. I'm deciding to take a day off from the gym today just to catch up on some rest. I'm going to try to go to sleep early. I might even sleep in a little bit. 4 12-hour shifts in a row do definitely take a toll on you, for real. But I'm blessed and I'm happy I'm able to do so. Happy I'm able to go out and make some money. I'm young and I'm trying to use this time wisely. So let's hop right into the topic. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. Remember this. Your peace is everything. Your peace is everything, man. It is one of the worst things to be living in turmoil. And even if the turmoil isn't necessarily what's happening around you, but it's what's going on in your brain, what's going on in your mind, it's the worst. I have had multiple times throughout my short life of, yeah, on the outside everything looked great, on the outside everything looked cool, but in my brain I was tormenting myself. I had so much going on. I was running myself dry, stretching myself, trying to, help everybody. And I think people who really do got like a good heart, or even you could say maybe people pleasers or whatever, who try to always help. There's nothing wrong with that, but to a certain extent, you got to be able to say no. You got to be able to protect your peace, and big part of protecting your peace is saying no. If you know something is going to cost you your peace of mind, it's okay to say no, and it might even upset the person that you're saying no to. But at the end of the day, if you have peace and you're able to go to sleep at night and not have 1,000 things on your mind, then that's a win, and it's okay to say no. And it took me a long time, to really understand that idea and really grasp that idea. Many times throughout my life where people will ask me to do something and I say yes. I say yes to everything, and I think it stemmed as a little kid. I always wanted to make my parents proud, and as I got older, it kind of grew to where I didn't only want to make my parents proud, but also I just wanted to make the people around me proud and make the people around me mainly happy. My parents proud, yes, but once it got outside my family, I just wanted to please people, make them happy or make them like me. So I would say yes to anything. Tyler, you trying to hang out? Yeah, sure. Tyler, can you do this for me? Yeah. Tyler, can you do that for me? Yeah. Tyler, do you have this? Do you have that? And I would always say yes. Tyler, can you pick up a shift? Can you do this? Can you stay late? And I would always say yes. And eventually I hit a point where it was killing me, man. And even sometimes I was saying yes to things I just genuinely didn't want to do. But I was saying it because I wanted somebody else to like me. But little do I know, I never really compromised my morals, but I'm out here doing things that I don't want to do. And I might be compromising plans that I had later for myself, you know? Maybe I wanted to go to the gym later. Maybe I wanted to play a little bit of video games later and relax. Maybe I wanted to work on a hobby later or something along those lines. But I'm saying yes to you, and because of that, I'm taking, me time away. Not to be selfish, but it is good to have you time. It's good to be able to go home and to recharge. And if you're constantly just, I'm not gonna say giving, but if you're constantly doing things for people all the time and you never have any time to take care of yourself, it's just gonna run you dry. And it hit a certain point for me where now I'm at a point in my life where I'll definitely still go out my way for the people I love and for my family and even for others, but there's a certain level of things I just won't do. And if I know it's gonna compromise my peace, if it's gonna mess up, my own personal self-care, then I won't even do it. And if people get mad at me, so be it. There have been many times where people have asked me to pick up a shift, and I'm like, nah, and they upset. You know, they get mad at me that I don't want to pick up a shift, that I don't want to work. But I'm like, listen, dog, this is not my problem. This is your problem. And what's going to happen is I'm going to work here. I'm going to become more stressed because typically some BS always happens. So now I'm stressed out and I'm pissed. And while you're at home, I'm over here dealing with this. You don't care because you at home chilling, but I got to deal with this. And now, not only do the plans I have after this get diminished, I'm in a stressed state that I wouldn't have been in. And I know that me being here gonna take away my peace. And as much as I'm trying to work and pick up extra hours, I know my limits. I know I hit a certain point where I'm like, okay, I am irritable. I am angry. I'm not like literally sometimes I be at work pissed, angry. And that just kind of shows me, okay, dog, you might be working too much and maybe you need a day off just to reset, you know? Come tomorrow, don't work, you know? And typically it's never to a point where I have to take a day off personally. I kind of know my limits now and set my schedules now. Like for instance, I work 4 12s in a row. I'm getting to that point where I'm getting to work and I'm pissed off that I'm there, you know? And I don't think that's right, especially because I'm in a patient care standpoint. So I would hate to be pissed and pass that on to my patients. But even I noticed today there are multiple times where, you know, I feel like my peace is somewhat, you know, destroyed a little bit because of the work that because of me being at work and me having to deal with some things I don't necessarily want to deal with, me having to answer a whole bunch of phone calls all the damn time. After a while, bro, it just ruins my peace and I just don't want to be there. So I know I need a reset. So I set up my schedule, 4 12s in a row, but at least I have tomorrow off. And tomorrow could be used as a day where I could just take care of myself, worry about myself, maybe reach out to some family, and then after that, back to the grind on Monday. But everything is about knowing your limits and not being afraid to say no in order to protect your peace. At the end of the day, all you got is one mind and all you got is you. So if you constantly saying yes or doing things that you know is destroying your peace and you're not able to really focus, eventually it's really going to catch up to you and you're going to want to give up and you're going to break mentally. That's why it's good to have days where it's just you. At least for me, that's how I think. It's good to have days where it's just you. Nobody else but just you, and you could just focus on taking care of yourself and making sure you straight. So that's gonna be my little spiel for today. I'm gonna get up out of here. I want to eat some food, and honestly, I just want to relax for the rest of the night. Relax tomorrow, and like I said, back on the grind on Monday. So thank y'all for listening. I appreciate the time. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to hear me talk, hear me rant. Brody, I love you. Keep on pushing, keep your head up, and remember, bro, protect your peace at all costs. It's extremely important, and you're going to need your peace in order to keep on going in this life. I'll catch you later, dog. Peace.